Oh, hi there, and welcome everybody to the Kingdom. Shut up!
Okay,
we're,
okay, 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 okay.
we're never gonna get anywhere if you laugh. What
Oh, you say it like that? Okay,
do you mean? That's how I always say it.
I don't remember that.
Uh, oh, hi there, and welcome everybody to the Kingdom of Zill. I am your host, King Ian, and I am joined today by, you guessed it, the one and only Queen Hailey.
Hey, hey.
And today we are doing something very special for the first time. Actually, it's not that special. I'm hoping to make it a regular staple of this channel. You guys have talked about podcasty type stuff and things, so that's what we're going to try out today. This is my first time ever doing something like this, and this is Hailey's first time literally ever making a video. So be nice to us, but we'd love your feedback in the comments below. And if you do like this content, you should also drop me a thumbs up so that I know that you guys like this. So we have come today ready to start a war because it is Halloween. And we are here to we are here to discuss the bestest and the worstest candiestest in the westest. And it's gonna be very fascinating. Don't make fun of me, Hailey. I know you're like, what the hell is he talking about?
This isn't fascinating at all.
All right, so if you want to partake and join along, we are using a tier list that's literally the first result when you Google Halloween candy tier list. So if you want to join along, you could just Google that. I've added one thing to get us started off because when I was a kid, the house across the street was the first house I would go to every year, and they would give the little hug drink barrels, and I loved these. Hailey, did you ever get these?
I think so. Yeah. Well,
I was actually.
not on Halloween, but at like a grocery store.
Oh yeah, I would get them on Halloween. I was actually a little surprised they weren't on the tier list here. They're like a solid A tier. The only downside to getting that at the first house you went to was that you had to haul around the heavy drink everywhere. So I kind of played my strategy wrong. Anyways, there's like 72 other things on this list, so we're gonna try to go fast because we don't actually have all night. We're recording this sort of late at night, but all right. Let's knock some of these out. Hershey's Cookies and Cream.
Yes, that is the. Wait, hold on. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. That's like my sexual awakening as candy.
Okay, Hailey, starting us off really good. Welcome.
It's true. It's true.
Say hi to YouTube.
Hello.
Yeah, I actually only had those for the first time recently. Someone in our office brought them in. Yeah, I never had them until literally this year.
Oh my gosh.
But they're definitely a solid A tier for me. I don't. Do you want them up in S tier?
Yes, that is the first gone for me.
Okay.
That's like you get so tired of milk chocolate all these years, and then you get that first bite into white chocolate, and it's like a gateway to heaven.
I forgot you're a huge white chocolate fan, so that explains some of
Yeah.
it. Reese's are S tier for me. Peanut butter plus chocolate is divine.
Yeah.
Kit Kats would have used to be S tier for me, but I feel like they're not what they used to be. Like, something's off with the wafer to chocolate ratio these days. I mean, I still like them, but they're like not S tier. A tier?
I would put them in A.
Okay. 100 grand. I also had this for the first time this year. You ever have one of those?
No.
I thought it was kind of mid tier. Like, I was like not really that enthused by it, but all the people in my office and my parents apparently love them. But for me, this is like C tier. Reese's Pieces. Despite loving Reese cups, I hate these. Trash tier.
I I don't hate them, but they don't taste like your peanut butter cups. Like it tastes more of something, and whatever something that is makes it taste bad.
I honestly don't know how those are a thing. I want to know who buys them. I think they're awful. Sweet tarts. The original are like kind of mid tier, but my god, do I love the chewy sweet tarts. You don't really like sweet tarts, right?
I don't like sweet tarts.
Yeah, I'm like gonna put them in B tier. I don't think they're anything spectacular, but they're nothing bad. Three Musketeers. I think that's another one that feels like it's fallen off. I used to like them a lot more. They don't have the same creaminess to them as they used to.
Does that have
Thoughts?
nuts in it?
No, it's like literally just like a marshmallowy filling.
I don't remember why, but as a kid, I would always stay away from them, and I just have no clue why.
I'm gonna put them in B tier. All right. I'm not even talking to you about the next one. S plus plus tier. Pixie Ticks were the giant ones that you get. Those were my absolute favorite. It's a shame that they aren't as big as they used to be. They used to be even bigger. Oh, those were divine. I haven't had an Airhead in forever, but that's like S tier for me too.
Only the watermelon ones, like the watermelon, the white-ish ones, and the blue ones.
We'll
I
put them.
sometimes the wrong flavor just hits the wrong way.
We'll put them on low S tier, but for me, they're an S tier type of candy. Uh, I
I don't even
can't
know what
eat.
that is.
Yeah, I've had it before, but I don't remember it being too exciting. I'm just gonna put it in the IDK category. Crunch bars. I used to like these a lot more. I feel like they're pretty mid now.
That would be like probably one of the last gone. Like it's
Yeah,
chocolatey. It doesn't have anything I don't like, but it's crunchy. I didn't really
yeah.
like chocolate bars for their crunchiness.
Like I don't hate them, but they're just not that interesting. Um, I remember these, and I only remember having them a few times, and they were trash. Do you remember?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, they're
I've never had them.
they have like a they're like not sweet at all. They're like I don't know. It's like eating chalk. Sour Patch Kids, haven't had that in a while. I did.
I just don't like sour.
Oh, really?
Not for like that would probably be like a last gone for me. Like not so bad that I would throw it away, but I would I would eat something else first.
I was kind of thinking like A tier, so we'll put it in B tier because I'm not like too upset about that position. I like them, but like after you have 5 or 10 of them, they start to lose their excitement.
Yeah, it's kind of like lemonade for me. Like I think it's because it's sour.
Yeah. Nerds. I don't think the new chewy. What are they called? Nerds.
The gummy
Yeah,
clusters,
the nerd clusters. Those are really good. But I love
those are
nerd.
good.
Yeah, I love nerds to begin with. Nerds were always like S tier to me. I'm surprised you haven't made a joke. It's because you're a nerdy.
I was making it in my head. Trust.
um, good and plenty. I know I've had these before in my life, and I'm pretty sure they were terrible. Unless
I've
you
never
have.
heard of them.
Okay, I was gonna say unless you have some sort of insight, I don't think they're very good. Um, Twizzlers. Now I know some people hate Twizzlers, but I actually really like Twizzlers.
Hell no.
I don't think they're like S tier, but they're like A tier for me.
Those would
You
go straight into the trash.
really?
Yes.
Okay, well more for me then. I definitely would put them in like A tier for myself. You ever have dots? That's like an old candy.
Yeah, I've had some before.
I associate them with my grandparents because my grandparents would always have them. They're not like they're like last gone territory. Like they're not bad, but
Yeah.
like there's nothing that is really compelling me to eat dots. Like I wouldn't go in a store and buy them on my own.
Yeah.
Um, I think okay, peanut M&Ms are on here. Good. Because peanut M&Ms are S tier, but regular M&Ms are
Oh
like, oh, you don't like the peanut M&Ms?
no, they're no.
Oh, we're gonna fight. Those are delicious. Regular
No,
M&Ms are
something
like,
about them. They're too big and too crunchy. I just don't like them. I don't like the fact that it's like a actual peanut. If it was like Reese cups and it had like soft peanut butter, sure. But every time I've had peanut M&Ms, they're hard.
okay, we're gonna fight. What about regular M&Ms?
Um, I really do like them. Yeah, I think we're
Uh,
just the opposite of that.
I mean, I'm like cool with an A tier M&M, but
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just gonna grab it now. Peanuts. That is S tier. Eh.
Trash.
I'm assuming this is like just gum.
It looks like bubble gum.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought process, but I don't think it's like I don't know. I mean, I'm not really a huge gum fan. I'd put that in like last gone tier.
We'll get to that later.
Okay. Well, you're fine with putting that gum in last.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, I don't know what Andes is. Do you?
Me neither.
Okay.
Looks like something for 21 and older. Like it looks like a kind of tobacco.
Fair enough. Runts for me are probably. I used to really like runts when I was a kid, but when I was a kid, runts had the lime, and they didn't have like whatever. Is it? I don't even think it is sour apple. I think it's like watermelon and some sort of like purple. I don't know. I don't like whatever they changed about runts. Like the old runts from when I was like super young, that would have probably been like at least A tier for me, but now they're like B tier at best.
I've never had them.
Really?
Hmm.
Well, okay, I will say this. If nothing else, banana runts are like S plus tier. But the rest of them are kind of whatever. Oh, orange runts are also S tier. But the rest of the flavors just aren't that exciting. Like the rest of it really drags it down to like B tier. By the way, we're doing like okay on time here because I was worried about us taking forever doing this. So I was just letting you know, like, I think at the pace we're going, it's will end up being a pretty solid length episode.
Hmm.
Laffy Taffy again, banana S tier. Everything
Yes,
else,
banana is fucking S plus, and pink's not that far behind.
hey, pink's okay, but like some of the other flavors are like whatever. I can't
Be-
actually put this above A tier, but banana.
because the packaging. I feel like I can never get a crisp, clean opening of the packaging it comes in.
Okay, okay, but when you do,
Oh, it's great.
it's divine.
But sometimes it's so sticky that it makes me feel like I'm gonna pull my teeth out. Like the
that's
flavor is there, but the texture is sometimes hit or miss.
that's fair. I think they have to be fresh. Like if Laffy Taffy is fresh, it's like one of those things that can't be stale. Because I've talked about this a lot. I like the Pringles in my lunch a lot, and I like barbecue Pringles. But when they're fresh, they're like super amazing. But when they're like kind of stale, they just become super bland. And like, whereas a normal plain Pringle is like good when fresh, but it's also like still okay even if it's kind of going stale. I think like Laffy Taffy probably follows a similar situation where it has to be fresh. Otherwise, it's probably too sticky.
Hmm.
I don't know what the next thing is. Or,
I
or
do. This is like grandma candy. I don't. It's something I've never gotten as Halloween. But if you're sitting in like a doctor's office and your grandma takes out her purse and she hands you like, here, you want one of these? They are fucking good. Those are good.
so they're
It's
actually good.
yeah, I think so. I don't. I'm pretty sure they are. If it's the one I'm thinking of.
We'll put it in the IDK category with an asterisk that they're actually good. Maybe. Possibly.
Not really for Halloween candy, but yeah, like you wouldn't get that in your neighborhood probably.
Well, probably not because I've never gotten it before. um, I think I know what these are, but I also don't think I know what.
Well, as you can guess, it's strawberry flavored. This is also grandma candy. Like anytime I'm
Yeah.
in my grandma's car, this is in a cup holder.
I definitely never got them for Halloween. Do you have
Yeah.
insight on how good they are?
Honestly, no. I'm not really a fan of hard candy anyway.
Do you even
So
know what they're called? Does anyone know what they're called?
no, no one knows what they are. All we know is that almost every grandma has them in their little belt.
You know how like there's some songs that people can recognize just by hearing them, but they probably don't know what the name is. Like there's that one song that's like I think typically used in like clownish situations, like do 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 do.
Yeah.
It's like that. Um. All right, Hershey Kisses. That's like Lascon territory. They're not like
That So, okay, I know right now this is only really speaking for the original ones, but over the years, Hershey Kisses have gotten so high on my list for me because of how diverse they can be. Like for Christmas time, there's candy cane flavored ones, there's birthday cake flavored ones. Every time I have a Hershey's Kiss and it's a different flavor, it's so good. I just like having them melt in my mouth. That's like the only reason I like them.
I've literally never had anything aside from the chocolate ones, and I think I've had some sort of white chocolate one.
Yeah.
But I think it was like the Hershey's cookies and cream and a Hershey Kiss sort of
Yeah,
thing.
I got you.
Um,
I settle
now
for last gone.
my mom used to bake Christmas cookies, and they would have like Hershey Kisses in them. I think they're a pretty common cookie. Like I've seen them around, but my mom's in particular were always really good, like way better than any other type that I've had. And in lieu of the Hershey Kisses, I think the Hershey milk chocolate is pretty much in the same territory. Like you're never gonna be like unhappy eating a Hershey bar, but it's like nothing special about it.
That would be the first thing gone for me. Like I like any kind of chocolate that I can just kind of sit and just let it melt in my mouth.
That's fair. I did that a lot when I was a kid, but like I have no interest in like doing that anymore. I don't know.
Okay, well,
Maybe
some of us never grew up, so
well, some of us are getting old. Okay, I haven't trick or treated in. I think I actually did trick or treat when I was 8. No, I would have been 17, my senior year of high school. Um,
I had to be dragged to trick or treat because I always had too much anxiety to go up to strangers and say trick or treat. Like, no, who's gonna like? You're always taught don't talk to strangers. That's dangerous. And then here we are walking out to every freaking door in the neighborhood. No, I don't want to say that.
what if they have thumbtacks in their candy bowl?
Or razor blades. Like, come
um,
on.
so Mike and Ike's. I actually really like Mike and Ike's, but I almost never have them.
Same.
They're
Well,
like
I actually don't like them all that much, but they're
they're
okay.
like really boring, but they really hit the spot if you're after something boring. I mean, this is like B tier territory, even though I like them, but
I would
they
say
had
last gone.
they have flavored ones, and I remember getting like tropical ones, and I thought those were really good. Um, I know I've told you about the Peep store before that they used to have when I'd go to MagFest, and the Peep store had like an entire wall of Mike and Ike's, and it was like, oh, this is dangerous. Also, there was another store in Baltimore when we went to Otakon. It was like a candy store there. I think they had a lot of Mike and Ike stuff, which shocked me. Like, I wonder if Mike and Ike's are just popular in that area of the country or something, because I feel like I don't even see them around here, but they were pretty, well, the two places I've been that sell candy had them. Snickers.
Probably my least favorite of the chocolate bars.
I have a very love-hate relationship with them. Like, there will be times when, like, I could just gobble them up, and then there's other times where, like, a Snickers bar is the last thing that strikes my fancy. I feel like they're just a solid B tier.
You're not you when you're hungry.
Yeah, like, I don't know. They have their moments. They are good though for like actually kind of satisfying hunger. Like most of these things on this list aren't going to actually fill you up, but Snickers actually do like satisfy hunger just a little bit.
Well, you don't eat candy to fill you up.
Well, obviously. um Almond Joy. I
Trash.
haven't.
Next. Enough said.
Yeah, I feel like I've had them, but I don't remember them. But if you want to put them in trash tier, I'm cool with that. Babe Ruth's. That's not a very common bar anymore. I never see these anymore.
I think I can count on one hand how many times I've had them.
I used to like them when I was younger, but the last couple of times I had them, they were just like really hard and they like hurt my teeth. And I don't know, they didn't do it for me. Like, probably put that like, I don't know. I'd definitely put it in last on territory nowadays. Caramel Apple Pops. IDK, my BFF Jill. Do you have any insight?
I was always the impatient kid who never actually like sucked on suckers. Like I'd always be one to bite them. And those would always hurt my teeth. Like it would feel you could feel the stickiness of the caramel. And I never really liked the flavor caramel apple anyway. So I would say B at most.
Well, I was thinking we just put it in trash tier.
Okay, yeah, that's fine with me.
I mean, we all know about my immense passion and hatred for candy apple flavored stuff. And caramel apple probably ain't much better.
I don't know.
I can't see what that even.
I don't know. It looks gross.
Charleston Chew. Oh. I don't know if it looks gross, but going in the IDK. Mr. Goodbar. I didn't care for them, but I remember when I volunteered at my church counting money, they had good bars there, and for some reason I really liked them. No?
I never ate them as a kid.
No insight?
No insight.
They're kind of like Crunch bars. They probably go with like Crunch in the last gone territory.
Yeah.
This specific brand of bubblegum, this would be like, I mean, this is like very bottom of the last gone territory for me.
What?
It's so bland and it runs out of flavor after like 5 seconds
of flavor.
That's the problem though. There's 5 seconds of flavor.
But that's when you put another one in your mouth and then you just fill your mouth up with gum and shit and you just get like 15 combined seconds of goodness. And then you spit it out because your mom yells at you because she says you're gonna choke.
Yeah, exactly. I've already had one incident of almost choking in my life. I don't need another.
Okay, me too. And it was with the strawberry candy whenever I was getting my haircut.
So what do you propose for a tier?
B.
Last gone.
B.
Alright. So
Okay, you know what? I'll settle for last gone because if I had a big bucket of candy, the first thing I would reach for it would not be gum because I want to eat more than one piece.
well, that's fair, but I'm kinda like seeing these as just SAB C tier. Because first gone, last gone's kind of a tough descriptor. So, Swedish fish. I know I
Yes.
just criticized you for talking about first 5 seconds, but with Swedish fish, the first 5 Swedish fish are really good. And then
I just don't like the texture.
I like Swedish fish. Swedish fish fall in the Mike and Ike category for me, where like they're boring, but like if you want boring, they hit the spot. That's like B tier for me, like end of B tier. I think I'd actually put them above Mike and Ike.
I wouldn't even
No,
eat them.
you wouldn't even eat them.
Mm-mm.
Or for me, blow pops.
I love blow pops.
I like them too, but I haven't really had many. Um,
It's more of a treat where if you raise your hand in class and you get a question right, and then you get a piece of candy as a prize. And then you
yeah.
just look at the others like, you're dumb, I'm not. As you
I feel
get
like I could
this.
put this one sort of at like the end of A tier, and where it seems to belong. I think I haven't had a fireball in like 15 years.
Trash.
Yeah, I was kind of inclined to go with trash tier because I don't think I liked them.
Mm-mm. I don't understand spicy candy.
Yeah, same. All right, so I know we'll do both Tootsie Rolls at the same time. There's the regular ones that are chocolate, and then there's the flavored ones. And regular ones are pretty boring, but the flavored ones, especially the green ones, oh, the green ones are
Oh,
so
green
good.
ones. What about the
Yeah.
yellow?
Well, the yellow ones are good too. Yellow and green. I definitely like both of them. But unfortunately, you know what's terrible? Those blue vanilla ones. They're like a giant bait. They're like, ooh, it's blue, and I love blue candy. But then the vanilla one shows up, and you're just like, ew, what is this trash?
That's how I feel about yellow stuff. It's like, oh yes, banana, let's go, and then it's like lemon or something.
I think like the blue Tootsie Props like automatically kill it a tier. I would put like regular
Uh,
Tootsie Pops in like last gone tier.
the Tootsie Rolls kind of have the same problem that Laffy Taffy does for me. If it's hard, then it feels like I'm going to break all of my teeth, and then it ruins the appeal.
Yeah. B and C tier for those.
Yeah.
So, Fun Dip.
Oh yes. Okay.
I have a funny story about Fun Dip. I
Really?
went on a trip many moons ago, and I'm not going to explain the details of said trip, but I got Fun Dip on that trip, and it came in like a pack of 3, I think. I still have the last pack next to me in my desk drawer, and that was probably 6 years ago.
That's weird. Eat it. Eat
I
it.
should.
Eat it.
Tell you what. Tell you what. Maybe I'll eat it on the Halloween stream.
Gosh, no, you're gonna get sick and have to go to the ER or something.
Oh well. It can't be that bad. Um,
So, Fun Dip was never a Halloween candy for me, it was always a Valentine's Day candy. Like the time where you would bring candy for all your classmates, put them in all the boxes. I would remember writing on the to and from tags on them. However, it took me the longest time to actually utilize the powder that was in them. I just straight up ate the white stick. Like the white stick was enough for me. That shit
Yeah,
was so good.
the white stick is good.
Yes.
It was a Chuck E. Cheese thing for me, I think. I don't know.
Ooh.
Like funsy type events like that. Like I never got it as Halloween candy either. Um, but I mean, I'm ranking this stuff not necessarily on Halloween candy, but just how much I like it. And I feel like it squeaks into the S tier just on those
White stick.
yeah, the white sticks alone. Like they're so good.
Yes, I can't even tell you what they taste like. They just taste good.
Tootsie Pops, I actually think I favor over Blow Pops because you can eat the Tootsie Roll. They're
That's
like
fair.
they're like on similar tier, but I like being able to eat the Tootsie Roll. Like that's like my biggest issue with Blow Pop because you're eating most of it, but then you get to the center and then you can't eat the gum, so it's like a little weird. I'd actually
Yeah.
maybe bump this to higher A tier. I do like Tootsie Pops.
Personally, I could never take it that high of a tier because there's still one question that we have yet to answer about them.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Yes, the world may never know.
When we were on our last trip, we kept seeing an like that old classic advertisement with the owl and stuff.
Yes, and every time the owl would lick the...
Yeah, we must have saw that ad like 20 times.
Because I could quote it, and every time the owl would lick the sucker, I would lick Ian. It was... it's so nostalgic.
I think when I was in stats class when I was in 12th grade, I think we actually did we tried to solve that question and we turned it into a nerd activity, but it was a bunch of seniors and the teacher had more senioritis than the kids, so it ended up being a lot of fun. All right. Fruit roll-ups. This is like S tier for me.
Yes, those are peak.
I love them. But like I would probably not eat them how you were supposed to. I would take them, I'd roll them up in a ball and I'd put the whole thing in my mouth.
I wasn't so nice as to neatly rolling it up. I would just straight up smash it all in my mouth.
No. See, when I rolled it up, it enhanced the flavor. I couldn't explain how or why, but like rolling it in a ball really made them good.
I just straight up shoved them in there.
Making a few adjustments here. Fruit Gushers.
Oh, those are so good.
This is also S tier. I would say it's like in probably Airhead territory, maybe even higher, but like below Fruit Roll-Ups. But yeah, Gushers are really good. So Hailey and I, when we go on our favorite place to meet up on trips, there's a arcade and bar, and the arcade has like all these drinks and stuff that are like video game themed, and they have this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle drink, and when they give you the drink, they give you a little stick with 4 gushers on it. And the drink is like okay, but like I get the drink just because of the gusher stick.
Wow.
It's so good. That's the only time I've had gushers though in like probably the last decade. I don't really eat them anymore. But they are really good. The only there is one drawback to them. They can be sticky in the packaging if like one of them accidentally gets crushed and oozes out, and then you just have a mess on your hand. Like that alone almost is like what keeps it from like super S tier territory. Um I'm just gonna go with like gummy bears in general. Gummy bears seem like grandma type of candy.
Yeah, over the years they've fallen off for me just because I don't ever get that gummy texture anymore. Like I feel like every time I have a gummy bear, it's hard, and when it's hard, it just doesn't. It just
they
doesn't taste like.
they seem like very end of B tier for me. Like I don't dislike them. Like I actually like them, but they don't like do anything exciting. Um, we have another Werther's, so I'm guessing these are like two different flavors. Just gonna,
That's grandma candy as well.
yeah. Um, Heath. You know, I've heard of these, but I'm probably had them before, but I couldn't tell you.
Um, every year for my dad's birthday, he always wants a Heath cake. So that would be the only time you would actually get Heath bars just to make a cake for him.
Are they any
I
good?
think they're okay. They're mid.
I'm gonna put them in IDK, but asterisk that maybe mid tier. Okay, I have a bone to pick with the next one. Butterfingers used to be S plus. Like that was literally first gone for me. I loved Butterfingers. And I don't know if it's because I've gotten older or they've changed something about them. I've heard that they've changed something about them, but I can't verify the validity of that. Like I think the company got bought out or something. Anyways, they are so just not that good anymore. Like they literally went from first gone to last gone.
I still like them. Like that was peak. Like that's really good candy for me.
Yeah, they just don't taste like they used to. Maybe I'm crazy, but they don't excite me at all anymore. They're also like smaller. Like you used to be able to like I would when I'd eat them, I'd like use my teeth to like peel the chocolate off the outer layer and then I'd like
What the
yeah,
fuck?
and then I'd chew the inner part and I really
Ew.
like doing that. I don't know, maybe I'm just weird. Um Hot tamales, that's trash tier.
Trash. Next. Enough said.
Lemon heads. Those are pretty good. They're like nothing super exciting, but they're like I'd say they're like a solid B tier. They're like in sweet tart territory.
They're okay once the sour goes, but that's like the entire point of a lemon head.
Yeah, that's fair. See, I like sour candy, so I feel like you're not allowed to judge this. Jolly
Judging.
Ranchers. I have not had these in forever. They're like
They've
end of
fallen off.
they've definitely fallen off for me too, but at one point in time, they probably would have been like A tier. So I'm gonna put them in A tier, but like nowadays it'd probably be like more like a B tier. Um, there used to be someone in the Super Skarmory community. Well, he was like a friend of mine. His name was Will, and he loved Jolly Ranchers. Like he always had like a giant container of them at all times. He was a Jolly Rancher fanatic. That was like probably S plus plus tier for him.
Oh, the watermelon
Um,
ones are super good.
yeah, I agree. The watermelon are probably the best. They're at least I like the blue ones too. Um, and in true Ian fashion, I didn't really like the apple green ones. Junior mints. That's trash for me. I
Yeah.
don't. Okay. My dad likes junior mints, which apt for the category name. Um, because I don't like them. All right, I need to come clean with you, YouTube slash Kingdom of Zill community. I am upsetty spaghetti because Hailey said that she would not accept my proposal if I used a ring pop to do it. And I just
Gross.
don't know how you could say no to such a peak S tier candy.
Let's be real. The ring would not even fit anyways. Those things are designed for like infants. It's just so awkward to eat the ring pop. Like you would have to literally put it on your finger and like it has to look like you're punching your mouth. Like anytime I try to eat the ring pop, it results in me getting my lips all sticky. It feels weird. I have to put in a lot of effort to eat a piece of candy.
I have not had a ring pop since I was probably like 10 years old, but when I was a wee lad, I remember really loving them. So they're going in S tier on the foundation of 10-year-old Ian.
No. Nostalgia.
I don't know what this is. I can't even read it. Let's say
Payday.
payday.
Yeah.
Anything about them?
I think it's kind of like a babe what? The
Babe
Ruth
Ruth.
bar. I don't remember what they taste like, honestly.
IDK.
Not that exciting though.
I don't know what Toblerone is either.
Neither do I.
Okay. And Mamba. I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
Okay. Milk Duds. I don't ever really remember eating those.
My grandpa would have those sorts of candies a lot, but every time I ate them, it would stick to the corners of my teeth, and it'd just not be a good feeling.
I feel like I don't know what it is, but it's technically in Do You Want It Dad tier, because that's the kind of thing I probably would have gave to him. Milky Ways have really fallen off for me. They're like Three Musketeers. Like, I used to love them a lot more, but they're just not I feel like they've fallen off even harder than some of the other chocolate bars for me.
I really like Milky Ways. Like that's kind of rivalry. What the? It's in line with the white chocolate Hershey bar,
Oh, that
but
high.
it's wild. Yeah, for me.
I mean, I probably would have put Milky Way in S tier a long time ago, but we'll compromise. We'll put it in like mid A tier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what this is. It looks like more gum.
It's not. It's kind of like hard Starburst. And because it's hard, but the flavor is good, it makes me want to like bite it, but then it ends up hurting my teeth. I don't like how hard it is, but the flavor is okay.
You want to give it a tier?
Trash. Oh, no, last gone.
Joke. Apples.
Who the fuck gives apples on Halloween? If someone gives me an apple, I am like throwing it at their window.
I have never had an apple given to me on Halloween, but I will say I have lately been on the biggest Macintosh apple kick. I've been having them in my lunch, and they have just been so good.
Every time I have apples, they hurt my stomach. But if you like slice up an apple and put peanut butter on it, it's pretty peak.
I like celery and peanut butter. It's pretty
No
good.
one asked. That's gross.
Well, okay, whatever. I don't know what this is.
Me neither, but it looks gross.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Toothbrushes.
I wish someone would.
Once again,
okay, but that's so counterintuitive. Like, imagine you're a kid and you're dressed up as like your favorite. Like, you're dressed up as what do they call it? The Power Ranger. You're dressed up as like a red Power Ranger. You walk out to a house and you go trick or treat, and someone hands you a fucking toothbrush. Like, I am throwing a riot. What is that? That's like going to the dentist and then giving you them cleaning your teeth, saying, "Yeah, floss more, brush more," and they give you a free ice cream coupon at McDonald's. No.
Hey, I would be okay with that.
Well, I am, like, because that's happened before. But like,
Wait, for real?
not a toothbrush. At least ice cream's good.
I was just at the dentist yesterday, and I got a toothbrush, and I was happy that I got a free toothbrush. That's how
Okay, but
you
I'm
know.
happy if I get it from the dentist.
That's how you know you're old. Like, ooh, a toothbrush! Yay!
But,
Free
oh, you got
stuff.
any of the toothpaste that's like for gums and stuff? Like, you got any of
Um.
those really nice floss picks?
All right. So Skittles. This used to be
Don't
like
even start.
definitive S tier for me. Um. Now I feel like it's high A tier. Thoughts?
I just remember that one day during class we had a surprise impromptu speaking assignment, and all like just the night before Ian had spent a good 15 minutes explaining why the green Skittle was fucking trash. So that's what I based my speech off of.
So I actually didn't they bring back the lime Skittles though?
I think so.
Yeah, okay, hold on. If they've brought back lime Skittles, then I think I can put it back in S tier. Cause like that was why Skittles fell off for me. I hate the green apple Skittles. It just completely offsets like all the other flavors that you're getting. And it really dragged the flavor down. I actually think I remember what you're talking about because I probably would have been the kind of person to give a rant on green apple Skittles.
You were.
Um, Smarties. I actually really like Smarties. They remind me of my grandparents because my uncle would always have like a container of them. I never
I
got
do.
them for Halloween though.
In school, I would get them all out for Halloween. A lot of kids would pretend to like crush them up and pretend to like smoke them or something. Like
Well
they were.
then,
Yes, it was kind of. I was never able to do it though, so
I feel
the
like this
taste.
is actually like I feel like it leans into S tier for me. Like, no, we're gonna say A tier. I think it's like a solid A tier. Um, regular Starbursts are boring. The flavored Starbursts, though, can be pretty good.
If I could have a bag full of just the pink Starburst, that would be so divine. It just can't be hard. Like this is one of those things where it tastes so good, but if the texture's wrong and it's stale or hard or something like that, it just ruins it.
I feel like Starburst is like the definitive mid, like, sweet candy. Like, it's just, like, it's not bad. You're never upset eating them, but they really aren't that exciting either. Like a solid B. Oh, Haley, it's your favorite!
Bro.
I've never had one of them. I don't know what they are.
There's also things called sugar babies. And those that type of candy is something my grandpa would have a lot. And that is, I'm pretty sure that's one of the only pieces of candy where it just forever has a bad texture. It's too sticky. If you try to eat it or like break it off, it doesn't do it. Like it gets stuck to your teeth and it just hurts.
By the way, remember how I said we were doing good on time? This video
Yeah.
ended up going way too long.
Well, you had said that on like the first row, and I'm like, have you seen what all we
No,
have to go
I
through?
said that when we were like a third of the way through, and I'm like, oh, we're making good time. And then, because we were like only 11 or 12 minutes in after like a third of them. And now
That
we're
feels
at
like
like,
a lot. Like I thought we were wanting this to cap at like 15 or 20.
we're at like 50 minutes.
What?
Yeah, we're at 49 minutes right now.
We'll
Well,
just catch the
people
pizza.
said they wanted podcast content, so here we are. uh, candy corn.
Meh.
It's okay. It's kind of like Swedish fish. It's good for 5 of them, and then they're terrible
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I don't know. This is like, and you can only have it like once a year. Like, if you have it more than once a year, you're just not gonna have a good time.
Hmm.
Twix. Twix used to be like my definitive S tier chocolate bar behind Reese's. And I still like them a lot, but I don't feel like they're quite S tier. They're kind of like Kit Kats. Like they're good. They're not quite there anymore.
Twix was my first love. Like, if I was in my parents' car and my dad was running into the grocery store or running in the gas station and they would ask, what kind of candy do you want? Twix would be my answer.
You think
It's
like
pretty good.
between S and A tier?
Yeah.
Sour Warheads. You know, I have a bone to pick with Sour Warheads because the marketing packaging would always have like some, if you could last X amount of seconds or whatever, you're like such and such. And it was like something where like you're supposed, like the longer you last, the better your rank or whatever. But the thing about Sour Warheads is like if you could survive the first 5 seconds, you were good. Like the sourness tapered off. They didn't stay sour. So I feel like the packaging was a lie. But I actually liked
Everything.
them. Like not bad. Never got them as Halloween candy though.
I've never seen them. Like, seen that, what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, maybe they got rid of that. Maybe that's me showing my age. Um I'm like I know you don't like sour things. I would probably say that that's actually something that would be last gone. Um like literally in the context of the words. Like I probably wouldn't be rushing to eat those, but I don't dislike them. Um Whoppers. That is dad tier because my dad would eat them and I wouldn't.
Yes, my grandpa loved them, and I really like them too. Like, because of the malty like inside, those would be really nice to just let melt in your mouth. Those are
I've
good.
never I don't know if I've ever actually had them.
What?
Um yeah. No, like literally dad tier, like dad would eat them. Like I just never had interest in them. Um I don't think I've ever had the York things. Like I know what they are. Aren't they like minty?
Yeah, it's kind of like a thin. If it's the one I'm thinking of, it's like a thin chocolate covering with mint inside.
So that is also dad tier because I never would have eaten those. Those would have just went
When I
straight
was a
to.
kid, yeah, when I was a kid, those would just go somewhere else. Not in. I would not eat them. But as I get older, those are actually pretty good. Like, especially if you go to Olive Garden and you get the chocolate that they hand out afterwards. Oh, it's so good.
Um, I don't know anything about Zero. Do you?
I swear I've had them before. Like, just the look of the candy looks familiar, and I remember liking it. But I, I would say mid at most.
I'm just gonna put them in IDK territory. All right, so that is everything on our tier list. It only took us 54 minutes to get through it all. Um. All right. What is the bestestest and the westestest, Haley?
The white chocolate Hershey bar.
Oh my goodness. I don't think they're that good. They're definitely good, but I don't think I would put them bestestest.
I would say Gushers, but like whenever I think of Halloween candy in this scenario, like I want chocolate.
Yeah, no, I don't mind. I don't mind like candy versus chocolate. I don't really see Gushers as Halloween candy though.
Exactly.
Like, well, I think it's just because it's not really a good thing to hand out because you don't want it getting crushed in people's pillowcases. Do people actually use
No, they
pillowcases anymore?
don't. What the hell are you talking about?
I used a pillowcase when I went trick or
You so of
treating.
course you did. You probably had pillows in your or not pillows, what the heck? You probably had feathers in your pillowcases too.
No, I didn't. So I had to actually work hard when I trick or treated because I live on a giant hill. So I had to walk up and down like big, like long up and down streets. So by the end of Halloween, I would be wiped out. That was like a tough workout for a kid. In the later years, I started going over a friend's place, and their neighborhood had better candy and was flatter, so that was a lot better. Hailey, what is your most memorable childhood Halloween costume?
Oh, that's actually hard. When I was younger, I dressed up as a fairy, but I didn't say I was a fairy. I said I was a butterfly princess.
When I was in high school, I was too lazy to wear a real costume. I had like this cheap, crappy cape, like Dracula cape. So I'd wear that, and then it was always like cold, so I'd just put on a Steelers hoodie, and I'd just say I was a Steelers vampire. And for some reason, people liked that. Like I'd always get laughs and like I like I live in Pittsburgh because these people live, eat, and breathe Steelers football, man. You could literally just wear a hoodie for Halloween, and they'll be like, yeah, that's the stuff.
I
When
can just
I
imagine you in one of those capes. You're in your room and you're like looking around, making sure nobody sees you, and you just like strike a pose in the mirror because that would totally be something I would do when I was younger.
so fun fact, I think it was actually at the end of one of the anniversary videos I made for Super Scarvery. I think I went and like recorded in a dark room myself standing there because that was like when nobody knew what I looked like, right? So it was like meant to be like, ooh, like we could maybe get a glimpse of what Ian looks like. And I think I threw that cape on. I said something really cringy. I don't dare look that up, but I'm pretty sure that was the 2-year anniversary
I,
video.
I need to look for that. Oh my gosh.
I didn't have a lot of Halloween costumes, but to also answer the question I asked you, I know like one of my first costumes was I'd just go as like a ghost because like it was like the Charlie Brown type
Oh
of
my
outfit,
gosh. You probably
except
rocked your bed sheets and your pillowcase for a night.
and then okay, so I did have a creative outfit. It might have actually been before the ghost outfit. I can't remember, but I really liked the cartoon 101 Dalmatians. So my parents got me a Dalmatian outfit. So I went a few years as that.
That's adorable.
I think there's pictures somewhere, but I'd have to really dig for them.
There's a picture of me in a Cleopatra outfit. Like I feel like every girl was Cleopatra like once in their lifetime.
Seems like an oddly fitting outfit for you. I want to see
What?
those pictures. Nothing. Don't worry about it. All right, we're approaching on 1 hour of recording, so I think we should probably wrap it up. People are probably bored out of their minds. Um,
I don't think they're even gonna reach to this part.
no, probably not. If you've made it this far, let us know in the comments below, and also tell us your favorite and least favorite candy. God, I sound like a stereotypical YouTuber here. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe, and join my Discord. This is going to be uploaded on Halloween. I'm hoping to do a continuation of Dawn of Sorrow later the night after this is uploaded, if everything goes according to plan. And yeah, like I said, give us some feedback on if you like this kind of content. I don't intend these videos to go like an hour every time. But do leave your feedback. Because if you like this, we'll try to do more of it. I actually found this a lot of fun to make, and hope you guys enjoyed it too. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I still haven't come up with a good outro. One of these days I'll figure that out. So yeah.
You
Till
used to
next
say
time.
peace.
Well, yeah, I used to say peace. I used to say on Super Skarmory, thank you and good night, but that like kind of started bothering me when I got older. Because I'm like, what if people are watching me when it's not nighttime? Then that just makes no sense.
I
So
like the peace.
yeah, peace is kind of generic though. Like that feels like it would work better in like a YouTube short. Like peace.
War!
All right, thank you all for watching, guys. Peace.